Well, I think it's time. I think it's time to check those RT cores with this nvidia, don't you think? Well, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, no matter where you are in the world. You know it is JJ on JJ's PC Builds. If this is your first time here, make sure you subscribe. We're trying to work towards 1,000 subscribers and 4,000 watch hours. What I mean by 4,000 watch hours, watch the videos from beginning to end. Would be much appreciated, would help out the channel, and help us grow. And all the new subscribers I see we got in, welcome to the family. Welcome to JJ's PC Builds. And the veteran subscribers, it's great to see y'all back once again. Great to see y'all. And y'all are awesome. Just to let you know, much love, and let's get it rolling. Okay, I got my camera fixed. The 4K camera. Hopefully y'all can see me a little bit better, so we're kind of not looking like we're in the fuzzy zone, you know. So I went and had to drill out the camera today, and it was just too much. So I drilled it out, got it all fixed, got it back on the stand once again. I have to remember I have to switch out the camera stand. Can't have a plastic neck on it, so you know how that goes. But anyway, the reason why we're here today is we're here to test out the nvidia RTX 4070. We're here to test the RT cores. We're going to do that up on Steam. I got a program on Steam that I can hook up on it and see what we're doing. Okay, now it's going to test the RT cores. We already got done testing the other stuff, the Dlss and, you know, the cores themselves. Now we're going to go to the RT cores, and we're going to see if the RT cores are going to handle the way I want them to handle. Okay, if it's not going to give me a good response on the RT cores, then, you know, I know what to use and not to use when it comes to this GPU. Okay, you can do these tests too. You know, do remember all the testing that I'm doing, you can do it on Steam as well. All you got to do is get the programs, load them up, and test your GPU out the way you want to test it. So this way you know for a fact what your computer can handle and can't handle, so when you play games, you don't have any problems. Remember, you can do the same testing I'm doing, and I don't have anybody behind me testing. Okay? I don't have a crew to test all my stuff. I do it all on my own, just like if it was a consumer, you know, same thing. Build my own PC if I was a consumer, you know, and do all the testing myself. You don't have a crew to do it, then you got you yourself to do your own testing. So that's basically what I'm doing today, is my own testing. You know, and I'm taking y'all along with me, just believe it or not. So hopefully y'all can see me well on the video. If you can't, then let me know down in the description below. You know, leave me an email on, leave me an email on this video here, which everybody can do. So let's just get it out in the air and open. But if you're, you know, first time here and you're kind of wondering what I'm doing, well, what we're doing here is we test out PCs. We give PC information, you know, everything that's dealing in the computer we do here. We try to do here, and we try to do it very well. Okay, but, you know, when it comes to it, everybody's like, you know, well, thing is, once I get a better spot and better cameras and everything else, then I can do like them big reviewers are doing, do everything in 4K. But I do remember, I got my drink in hand right here. Make sure you get your soda, make sure you get your snacks. So maybe one day I can grow up and be like a big kid on YouTube, like all them big reviewers. So what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and get started with this. Enough fooling around. I just wanted to get you all loosened up, ready to sit back and relax, and make sure you got a shower and everything else. I know you probably worked today. I know I'm getting started late, but we're going to get on this video. As soon as I'm done with it, you'll see it. I'm not going to edit the video. You get it all in real time. It's raw. The only thing I'm going to add to it is a couple little things, but the thing is, I don't cut the video whatsoever. Everything just goes from the beginning to the end. So that means you get to watch it from the beginning to the end. So let's go ahead and get started and not waste any more time. We already wasted 5 minutes, so we got to get this going. So I know I sound like I'm rambling and everything else, but if you go on them other channels, they do the same thing. So give me a break. So let's get started, and here we go. Well, this is the first test I just ran, so that way y'all can see the score. What it says, it's better than 98% results. So what this did was this ran one test of checking the AVC decoding and encoding. It checked on Metaverse, it checked AI tagging, it checked the hard drives, the SSD drives, the M.2 drives, and it says that I'm meeting at 98%, but that's still at stock, y'all. That's not running at full blast 100%. I'm sure I can get the score up higher, but just running stock, that's what I wanted to know. So this is where we're starting, our starting point. We know the system's running at full tilt on stock, so that's good enough for me. Now let's move on to the next test. Alrighty, now we're back to it. This is Bright Memory. It's Infinite RTX benchmarks. So I'm running the resolution at, let's get it right. Hold on. I'm running the RTX at high, very high. We'll run it at, we'll turn DLSS off, and we'll run it at low. We're running it at 1080p. We're going to run it on low. We're going to see what it does, and then we're going to go to the medium, and then we're going to go to the high. So sit tight, and here we go. Hopefully you guys can see everything. Let me make sure you can, so I can readjust everything. I'm readjusting everything, so give me a minute. We're going to get you all adjusted in here real quick. There we go. Okay. Now I got you all adjusted in here. Let's hope. Wow. Yep. There we go. Sorry about all the flickering. Let's go ahead and run the test. And without the background. Sorry. I'm going to have to do it without the background. I don't want to risk it. I don't want to risk it with YouTube, because they always got to come up with something crazy and stupid. So, alrighty, let's see. What this test is supposed to do, this is supposed to be running the ray tracing to see how it's going to go. I wanted to take y'all along with it, so that way y'all can see that I'm running at stock. I'm not running at anything but stock. So I want y'all to see what kind of results I'm getting on this. Alrighty. So 131 FPS. There. Next time I'll do that in a better light. So we'll hit C to do a retry. Okay. So now turn DLSS off. We were in low. Let's go to normal. Let's go ahead and run it and see what we get. Maybe what I'll do is I'll put some music behind this so y'all think that, you know, it looks really better. So I'll put a little music behind it so y'all don't get bored watching this. So we're running at a normal level, 1080p. This is basically just ray tracing, no DLSS. And that's what I'm looking to see if it's going to do well or bad, or what is it going to look like. So far, looking at the ray tracing, it's not looking too bad at all. I mean, truthfully, I think it runs really well in ray tracing. I was kind of thinking it might run wrong, but I guess it's running right, so we'll just keep moving on down the road with all these tests. 81. We're at normal. Okay, so we hit C to retry. And we move right back to it. We were on normal. We were on low. We'll do high. We'll turn DLSS off. And then we'll run it on high for ray tracing and run it. Now that we're on high, FPS went up a little bit better. So, you know, but it still looks like it's kind of, in my books, it's kind of got a little bit of a lag, but in truth and reality, it doesn't really, because the GPU is running at 100%. You know, it shows that it's running at 100% at 131 degrees Fahrenheit, which it's not over 60, it's not even over 65, so it's well below that. And it's only pulling 80 to 90% power, not even over 200 watts. CPU's not pulling over 20%, and it's only pulling at 40, not even 50 watts. And the RAM seems to be doing pretty good. The VRAM's only pulling about 6 gigs of VRAM, and the regular discrete RAM's only pulling at about 6 or 7, and we got a 72. Okay, now let's go ahead and we go back again, and what we're going to do is we're going to go to low, and we're going to turn on DLSS, and we're just going to turn it to not ultra performance. We'll turn it on performance, we'll turn it on low, and we'll run the test again just to see what we're going to get. See how it's going to run. Oh, wow. I definitely pulled it up there pretty much. Not too bad, not too bad. We'll run a couple tests. This is on low settings with performance DLSS. So, I mean, That's not doing too bad. 186, 190 FPS, 200, 230. Wow. And I love the clarity, especially 1080p clarity. Wow. That's what they need to do. They need to make some games with 1080p and running this kind of clarity. Wow, 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 wow. 201 FPS. And that's just changing and adding DLSS. So look at, we doubled, over double with DLSS. And it's proof right there. It's definitely got some proof on this. You know, I know with testing and stuff it takes time, but this is the reason why I want to take you guys along with me, is so that way you can see what's going on. Okay, now we're going to go into ultra performance. Even though that I know my monitor's not boosted for 8K gaming like this says, but we're going to run it anyway. Let's go. Just for a teaser. So this gives us a good idea, you know, when we get a better monitor, go 4K or better, you know, gives us a good idea of what I'm going to be looking forward to with this graphics card. You know, all the ins and outs. So, wow. I had to see if it was on medium or high. Wow. I know sometimes when you do testing, this is the reason why some reviewers, they don't like you guys seeing all these little testings and everything else, because sometimes it'll get boring to you. They don't want you to get bored while you sit here, you know. But I want to show you what it's like to go through this testing here. You know, I want you to see it. 256. This RTX 4070 is rocking right now. 256. Wow. And that was on normal. That was on normal. You know what? We're just going to take and we're going to get to it, and we're just going to go up on high. This way we don't make it a long video. And we're just gonna hit it, and we're gonna see what happens. Run it all the way to the top. Let's do it. It's going all the way to the top. I know we're skipping a couple of steps, but I want to get down to the conclusion of this to see where it's gonna land. I love doing these tests. These tests are great. For me, this tells me what I'm looking forward to when I'm playing games and everything else. You know. Wow. Clarity is just this. You can see the smoke on the gun perfectly. You can see the rain and the wetness that's on their outfits. And that's cool. You can actually see the rain. Look at that. Wow. Wow. Gotta love the textures. I mean, those textures are just rocking. 247. So now, do mind you, this is in 1080p doing this. So if we go up to 1440p and put this through the test again, you know, when we get there, We can do 1440p, but looking at it, it's still doing pretty well. It's rocking right along. So even at idle, it's still up there. You know, it's not too bad. And believe it or not, and I'm very happy with the fact of that the processor is not bottlenecking the GPU. Let me pull you guys back up top. Okay, let me go ahead and end all this abomination. Yeah, I call it an abomination. That's about what it is. But that's at, you know, DX12, so okay. Now, let's go ahead and switch you guys around and get everything all nice and straight. There, we're exiting out of that. Give me a moment. We'll get there. We're getting there. Okay. So now, let's go back here. This is where we're at. So, okay. My conclusions to that. Ray tracing and the DLSS did very well. I was very impressed with it. Let me pull you guys a little closer to me, so this way you guys can see me better. There we go. The ray tracing I was very happy with. Okay, I was very happy with that because I wanted to see exactly what it would do if it was in 1440p or if it was in 4K kind of mode. You know, I'm just saying that because I wanted to see what kind of mode it was in. So, is it going to handle when I get a bigger monitor, a 4K monitor? Yes, it will. Will it handle 1440p like I want it to? Yes, it will. Will it handle 4K? Yeah, it could. Because pushing all the settings up to an 8K advantage gives me a better look at what's going on. So, bare bone, running it at 1080p, you know, you get a little low score, but that's fine. That's understandable. But once you push DLSS and you push ray tracing onto it, it's going to move it right up. My fear was that the ray tracing was going to take and bring it down, and you were going to lose FPS. That's what my fear was. But obviously, it kind of uplifted instead of downgraded. So, if that makes any sense to you, then, you know, with the uplift, it uplifted pretty good. Now, as far as the FPS, it uplifted the FPS. Even though they say DLSS, you know, but that's DLSS 3. That's the frame generation. Remember, you still got DLSS 1, DLSS 2. Okay. Now, I think this was running in DLSS 1 instead of 3. Okay. I don't think this test was built on the third generation. So, if it was built on the first generation and you're getting that kind of uplift and it's not doing the AI thing, then I think it's doing really good. Okay, now back then that's what everybody was talking about, you know, how good it was and everything else. Now I gave it a test. It passed my test. Is the 4070 worth it? Yes. This is the Asus. This is the dual, the 2-fan one, the RTX 4070 OC. Everybody says, well, it's not OC because it's got the switch. It's got the switch on the the graphics card and it switched to performance. So it's not where the fans are going to kick on and off. That's at the other side. That's for the quiet side, not the performance side. Performance side, the fans will stay running, and that's what I wanted. I don't want the fans to shut themselves off. They're not noisy, so I can care less. I'd rather have them running. I'd rather keep that GPU cool, especially if the hot spot, that hot spot, that's what's bugging me the most. That I've been watching other reviewers doing tests on that and everything else, and showing that hot spot being over 100 degrees Celsius. That's got me worried. That's really got me worried. But anyway, I wanted to give you all a little bit of another testing that I picked up. Yes, there's going to be many more tests with this GPU, because I feel this one is worthy of testing. Now, as far as the, like the 4070 Ti and the 4080 and the 4090, those are not my bag. Okay? I don't want to have to rebuild a new PC just to fit those cards into the computer. I don't want to have to build it all over again. Hey, this is what the consumer says. This is the 99% that they say right now is that, when they want to get a mid-tier card, they don't want to have 500 fans on the GPU just to keep it cool. That's ridiculous. If you got to put three fans on a GPU, then obviously you got a problem with your chipsets, and you need to solve that. 2 fans, I feel that's proper. 2 120 millimeter fans, those rock. Now, if they're 2 140 millimeter fans, that's okay. That just gives it up a little bit more. Okay, so that gives you 280. So instead of 240, you get a 280 millimeter spread. So I wouldn't mind 140 millimeter fans. This way, if you do the 140 millimeter fans, 2 of them, this defeats the purpose of having 3 fans. Even though that I know it's 360 millimeters of fan space, 120 for each one, unless you put the 90s, you go 90, 180, you go 270, 270 millimeters. Okay, so why would I do 270 millimeters when, I could do 2 140 millimeter fans and do 280 millimeters? Does that make sense to y'all? Instead of doing 270 millimeter 3 90 millimeter fans, I would rather do 2 140 millimeter fans, and they will not take up as much room as the amount of 3 fans. 2 fans are fine. Probably, 2 140 Noctuas. I don't see any problem with that. I really don't. That would be actually spectacular. Since they don't put RGB on this GPU, I'm disappointed there, Asus. I'm not calling you out. You did great on this GPU, but I would have loved a little bit of RGB on it. But now, I have RGB in my case, underneath on the bottom, and then I have my fans. I have RGB, enough RGB to where I don't need to light up the GPU, but it would have been nice to have something lit on the top, like little traces, little light traces to make it look like it's got kind of a Tron feel, a little light that says, Asus G4s 4070 lit up. That would have been nice. just a little bit of pick-me-up like that. That would have been nice to see it on that GPU. With all the lighting that I got in here. See, this is what I'm going to show you. Look. See, that's what's showing up right there. Okay, that light strip that's down there, that's what's hitting on the GPU. Now the fans up there are hitting on the GPU, and I got 3 120 millimeter fans in the front. I got 3 120 millimeter in the back. I got a 92 millimeter on the processor, and I got 2 120 millimeters on the GPU. I got a lot of fans in there. Got a lot of fans in here. That's a lot of fans, man. You figure what? I got about, 9 fans in here? And you'd think with 9 fans, you'd be able to hear it. You want to see how close the mic is right here? Look. You right here. The PC's right back here. It's right behind you. It's not too far. And look at this. Look at the end of this microphone. Okay? And you can't even hear the fans. And those are full blast. Those are running full chooch right now. Every one of the fans are running full chooch. They're running out 100%. I don't know. I mean, I get more sound from, the fan I use for this room than I do from this computer. I'm impressed. See, I got a nice and quiet computer. It's all lit up. You got a keyboard that's all lit up. You got a mouse that's all lit up. Here, you got a mouse that's all lit up. It's all lit up around here. So I can't beat this. I mean, I think it's awesome. I put this together really good. 64 gigs of RAM. Jeez. 15 terabytes of hard drive space. Can't beat that. 15 terabytes. And got lighting really good. Like I said, the only thing I'm a little disappointed is with, I wish they would have decided to put a little bit of RGB up on the Asus Dual RTX 4070, but it still looks good. If you look at it in the daytime and it's out of the case, it looks pretty good, but truthfully, a little bit of RGB would have lifted it up. I know a lot of people say, oh, I don't like to do the RGB anymore. I just like it a blacked out case and I don't have to look at it. I love to look at my PC. Okay, I love to see it every day. It's on my desk. I love to see it every day. I just love to see a little bit of RGB on that GPU, but that's just me. Not everybody has that kind of taste. I love the lighting that I got here. I mean, shoot, can't ask for more than what I have, and that's the bottom line. But anyway, this is the bottom line because we are over 30 minutes and everybody's telling me, I had a couple people telling me, they said, Jay, what are you doing? These 1 hour videos are killing me. So we're going to try to do one that's less than an hour. We're going to try to do a half an hour video. And that's what we're doing. Well, it'll be 34, 35, 36 minutes. But, that's the deal. But anyway, I want everybody to start getting involved, all the subscribers and everything else. I want you all to start getting involved and, letting me know if you want me to start doing live videos once a week, or you want me to do them every day, or, what is going to make y'all sit down with me and, wrap this up so that way we can get this channel rolling and everything else. We can get people here. We can, really build and get this community really in tip-top shape. Kind of leave me the comments down below. Let me know about that. What would you like to see? I know, again, like I said, I told y'all in the last video, I'm going to say it again. I'm doing me the way I know. I'm not doing it the way I'm not doing it the way the other reviewers and everything are doing it. I'm doing me. I'm doing it my way. Not the way they're doing it, because, you know, I understand I do want to get views and everything else, and I do want people to watch the videos, and, you know, I'm doing me. I'm being myself. I'm not being like follow the leader kind of thing. I'm not following everybody else's path. I'm following my path. And I hope y'all come along with me and follow with my path, because it'd be awesome to have y'all right here with me following along. You know, it's like we go to the Wizard of Oz. Believe it or not, y'all watched Wizard of Oz. We all can go to the Wizard of Oz and do the whiz. Did I just say, you know, oh my goodness, whatever. But anyway, if this is your first time here, make sure you subscribe. We're trying to get there. We're trying to get to the 1,000 mark of subscribers, and we're trying to get to the 4,000 watch hours. Okay, now, if this is your first time here, did I just not say that? Yeah, I did. I just want to say, okay, let's start again. For all the new subscribers, thank you for subscribing. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Welcome to the family. Welcome to JJ's PC Builds. All the veteran subscribers, thank you for love and support, watching the videos and helping us out, you know, telling your friends, come on down, join the family and everything else. It's much appreciated. Okay? I'm not a crazy guy. I'm a cool guy, believe it or not. But I got to get up out of here because I definitely got to get some sleep. And plus I got to drop this video, and, you know, that's going to take another hour, because YouTube's some reasons take an hour for hour. For every video I drop, it takes between an hour and 30 minutes. So for them to upload it, and, you know, so it takes me the length of this video plus another hour and 30 minutes just to get it to YouTube. And I got a fast internet. I don't got a slow internet. I got a fast internet. So, for whatever reason, YouTube's got to walk the slow like a turtle thing. But anyway, y'all have a fine evening, and I hope y'all enjoyed the video. I told you I was going to make it on the last video, but I do apologize. I had to answer an email from a subscriber, and I hope I answered it very well for you there, Mr. Subscriber. And I told you I was going to make this video for the RT cores and show you what the RT cores are doing on this GPU. And I've done so. So until the next time, this is JJ and JJ's PC Builds. We will see you on the next video. See you then.